And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.
Welcome back for another episode of Adams for the Love of Movie Picks. This time around, we're going to be talking about the 1999 film Office Space. Now, this film was recommended to review by a coworker of mine, Peter. So here we go, Peter. This one's for you. So Office Space stars Ron Livingston as Peter, Jennifer Aniston as Joanna, David Herman as Michael Bolton, AJ Nadeau as Samir, Diedrich Bader as Lawrence, Stephen Root as Milton, Gary Cole as Bill Lumberg, Richard Royale as Tom Samosky, John C. McGinley as Bob Slidell, and Orlando Jones as Steve. And I think that's pretty much the... Oh, and Mike Judge is in this. That's the other thing. This is... trying to figure out if he's the director. Yeah, but no, he's the creator behind the film, Mike Judge, well-known creative process guy behind a lot of well-known things. King of the Hill, among one of them, just to name one among quite a few. So basically, Office Space is kind of the quintessential comedy about, the everyday workplace. Mainly starring Peter as the lead character, as the guy who just goes to work every day, does this thing, but just absolutely hates his life. He hates his job, he hates his life, he hates his girlfriend, and unlike most of us, actually decides to do something about it. What ends up happening though is that his current girlfriend has him go see a hypnotist. Now, it's not really clear to me whether or not it's the hypnotist had something to do with it or the fact that the hypnotist died during the session that had something to do with this, but that the visit somehow affected Peter in a way that he just decided to, say, screw it, I'm going to change my life. He ends up doing less work and ends up getting promoted, of all things. He leaves his cheating girlfriend and starts dating Jennifer Aniston's character, Joanna. Who works at a restaurant that he goes to all the time. It's quite the funny comedy. It's basically, we can all relate to it. It's even though we may not all work in a excuse me, place like Initech, we can all relate to it. We may not necessarily hate our job to the level that Peter does, but we can all relate to, there's days where we just go in and be like, man, I really don't want to go to work today. We can all relate to having a dickhead boss like Lumberg. It's very relatable on that level, and it's really funny. Samir is absolutely hilarious. I love Samir. Milton is probably my favorite character. He's so weird and creepy, and but he's hilarious at the same time with his rantings and his mutterings. It's absolutely hysterical. Probably one of my favorite scenes is anything to do with the photocopier / scanner. I don't really know what it is that's always jamming. Even at, in 99, technology was not that great, but even in 2025, we could still relate to those problems. I still deal with jam printers all day at work. Always jamming for no reason. It's quite hilarious. We can lay it. So Samir's cursing at the thing, and Michael Bolton, the one character, he's cursing at the thing, and then I love at the end they do like a gangster thing on it. They just take it out into a field and just take it out. I absolutely love it. It's a really great film. I thank Peter for recommending it. I'd never seen Office Space before, and it's definitely a great comedic film. You got to remember too, this is pretty early in Jennifer Aniston's career, and I think she does a phenomenal job as Joanna. Ron Livingston is great as Peter. And, like Lumberg, Gary Cole is Lumberg. It's just, like I said, he's that dickhead boss that everybody's had at one point in their life that you just like, I just want to pound that guy. Like, you just hate him. But he's actually pretty damn funny, too, with his, if you could just go ahead and do that, that would be great. It's so funny. Even, as lame as it is, it's really funny. So there you are, folks. If you've never seen Office Space, I highly recommend it. It's a great comedic watch. Like I said, very relatable in the whole workplace atmosphere. One way or another that we can relate to. So that's all we have for you this week, folks. As always, if you like the video, please click the like button down below. Leave a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment down below in the comment section. And as always, if you enjoy my channel, please subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. All right, you take care of yourselves, folks, and we'll catch you next week for another episode.